The Stockton Thunder, running a 2-game winning streak, returned to Stockton Arena to take on the Bakersfield Condors, and after a scoreless first period, Peter Sivak on the power play gives the Thunder the 1-0 lead.
He missed a couple of these in the last game. He wasn't going to miss this one, though. Tyler Shattuck across the goal mouth to Sivak. He scores. The Thunder would tack on another power play goal.
Shane Owen with a great save right there. Nothing getting by him today until later on in the third period on a questionable call.
Yeah, Connor Jones, he goes to the net hard. He's able to tap this one past the goaltender. That would be the only one that the Condors would score.
James Henry would tack on another goal for a 3-1 lead, and Ryan Hayes would finish it off for the 4-1 victory.
It's a great feeling, we're kind of back on track now, and we just want to keep things going.
It seemed like something they were focusing on tonight was getting a little physical with you, actually, as a goalie. They scored their goal that way, really. Talk a little bit about how you kept your head in the game with that going on.
It's part of the game. I knew it was going to happen after it happened early there, but it's hockey. I just got to kind of stay tall and stay strong and just focus on the puck at all times and make the stops when I had to.
With your defensemen, you seem like you're getting a lot more support than you were earlier on in the season. Can you just talk a little bit about communication between defensemen, maybe some different pairings that are working for you?
Yeah, we've been focusing hard on practice on defensive zone and the forwards coming back. The forwards are coming back really well and picking up man late, and it's helping out tons. I'm just making those first stops, and everyone's boxed out, everyone's clearing the puck from the front of the net, so it's making my job a lot easier.
Did it make it harder for you? After coming and seeing last night, 7 goals while you're off, and then you got none. Did you feel like you had more pressure on you?
No, never. No. It's just kind of every game's a new game. You know what I mean? I just kind of have my routine, my what I focus on, and just focus shot by shot, period by period, and the game will take care of itself.
Talk about your play against the Jones Twins tonight. You were right on top of them the entire night. You played a very physical game, right, blocking a lot of shots as well.
Yeah, they're those two brothers, the Jones brothers. They're really they're quick and they're crafty, and you got to be on your toes. And we tried to get some matchups going with the home games here, and so we just, like I said, we tried to take care of our own end first.
Do we expect more of the same in the fourth game of the series?
Haha, I would hope so.
At least.
No, I think we're really coming together as a team, and I wouldn't expect anything less for the next game.
Well, really, we understand how many times we play them, and they're in our division, and every game is a 4-point game for us, really, when you look at it that way. And having to play them as much as we do, and them being right down the highway, it's going to develop into a pretty heated rivalry, and it already has. The games in themselves are really important for us. We're coming off a tough string of road games, and we had to get something put together here at home and get some wins.
Did you think that they had a strategy of getting physical in front of your net? Even with your goalie there for a while?
I think they're probably trying to get as much traffic to the net as possible and create something offensively, and I think that was part of the game plan. We talk about the same sort of things when the puck's at the point. We want guys in front of the net, and it pays off. There's a fine line between going too far and crossing the line, and on that last power play goal, there's no opportunity for Shane to make a save on that.
In the same vein, talk a little bit about the poise of Shane. That he got hit pretty hard in the first there, knocked his helmet off, got hit in the third, but he played through it all and played a pretty damn good game.
He played a great game, and he battled right through it, and he's got a pretty good even temperament that he doesn't let too much bother him. So it's an important thing for goaltenders to be able to remain fairly even keeled and bounce back.
What kind of adjustments did you make between last night and tonight's game as far as your penalty kill, because the difference was definitely noticeable?
Well, we just kind of looked at the video and saw they made some changes to their power play, so we had to adjust a little bit. And there's a lot of that when you play against a team so many times in a row. There's a lot of little adjustments that go on throughout the game, and even if you see their power play goal that they scored, that's a change in their breakout that we hadn't seen yet, and they executed on it, and they were able to get a goal because of it. So it's a bit of a chess match sometimes.
How do you feel about it when you're down two guys, two men disadvantage, and you come out of it unhurt?
5-on-3s are tough. You try to stay tight, you try to get in the shooting lanes and take the passing lanes away, and you really rely on your goaltender in those situations, because if they're executing properly, they're going to get scoring chances, like you saw with our 5-on-3, where we pretty much were textbook in the way we executed it.
Henry's a player that hasn't really scored in the last few games, and tonight he really had a net front presence, and he capitalized on it. So is it, what have you been talking with him about? Just
He does that pretty consistently. I think that with him, there's not a lot you need to tell him. He plays the game the right way, and he always seems to find a way to, when he goes to front of the net, he screens properly and he finds the rebounds. I mean, he had an opportunity the other night, same kind of situation where he set the screen and got the rebound and tried the same move, and the goaltender got his arm on it. Didn't score. Tonight he scored on the same play.
You guys' power play goal, Peter scored. You guys have had maybe 4 chances on that the last 2 nights on that very same play, and you finally buried one. Talk a little bit about that.
It was a great pass by Tyler. It was right on the tape, and it's a tough play for the goaltender because he's got to come across the crease, and Peter's pretty skilled. He's not going to miss too many of those. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.